everyone give it up for the Clone Hero Showcase by Frif!
Wow, that was incredibly hype. Thank you so much for having me at GDQ again. I am Frif, formerly known as Frosted GH. I was the person that did this showcase back in 2020, and I'm realizing now that they didn't start, I just kind of went off. As soon as I click restart, we can click go, and then I'll let the commentators say who they are. In 3, 2, 1. All right. So, what's up, commentators? Introduce yourself.
All right, I am GuitarHeroROXS. As the name suggests, I play Guitar Hero. This is not Guitar Hero, this is a Clone Hero, but I play the game too, but Guitar Hero is my bread and butter. On to the next one.
My name is Acai. I make lots of silly videos about Clone Hero, and I've been playing Guitar Hero for almost 20 years.
Hi, I'm Zack. I'm the newest one here. I've been playing for a couple years, but I'm also first partner, so hello. I'll try to explain as much as I can.
And here we go with the first solo of the song. This one is mostly just a technical showcase, bouncing back and forth between complicated patterns.
And those lines that you saw across the screen there, those are open notes. That you hit those by not having any frets held down whatsoever.
And if you're curious about the background, it's because this song is named Synth Battle. So
you get it? They're two synths. They're battling.
Very
you can tell by the boxing gloves.
Who's gonna win?
I've got my money on the left one.
Me too.
He's cooler. Got more colors.
Right. So, oh my goodness. Yeah, and so tap notes can really be singular notes, or they can be chords as well. Woo! That was a beast.
That was nice.
All right.
Nice.
Now let's see if I can do this in the middle of a combo. Clone Hero is brought to you by Petroleum Jelly. There we go.
Yo!
Lubed it up.
Yo, let's go.
Expert.
Us Guitar Hero players take moisturizing very seriously.
This game does not penalize you for pressing the wrong notes. It pretty much just wants you to hit the correct ones, even if you mess up between. So we've made that really overpowered by slide tapping and just running our hands back and forth on the frets to introduce as many inputs to the game as possible, which just kinda can hit any pattern that's a tap note. The exception is usually chords, because you have to space out the inputs between, and there's no control with spamming or slide tapping like that.
A lot of the complex tapping in this game comes down to timing.
Just want to point out the streak real quick. Almost 1,500 notes in a row.
And that is those are almost 90 notes per second.
90 notes per second.
Think about that. Can you think about
crazy.
90 notes in 1 second? Bam, that was a second, just like that. 90 notes.
Different from Guitar Hero and Rock Band and any of the console games that most people played. This one can process the controller 20 times faster. So while it has a little bit smaller of a hit window, like you have less time to individually hit each note, it also is like 20 times less strict.
More responsive.
Yeah,
right.
So if you're playing the old Guitar Hero games on console, you're at 60 FPS.
Thank y'all.
So essentially you have, 200 milliseconds to hit a note. So you have about 12 frames if you're at 60 FPS. But if you're on this game at 60 FPS, you have about 8 frames. However, we play at like 1,000 generally, over 1,000 frames.
This is like 1,000 FPS.
So you have essentially over 1,000 chances every second to hit a note. So the game ends up being much more responsive than the old games that you're used to.
Another thing to note is that the last song and this song were also made by members of the community specifically for this game. So they were made specifically to be charted. And there are lots of talented composers in the community that can make charts like this that are insanely difficult, but also sound pretty good.
This one's by somebody named Schmutz06.
A legend.
Whose main gimmick
Absolute legend.
is just being in this community forever, like the past 14 years, and making banger after banger.
After banger.
Are you talking about doing this?
It's unreal.
Unreal.
Get a load of
And
this
that slide tapping right there, those trills are way too fast to alt tap. Like, I'm not fast enough. So by sliding back and forth, it can duplicate the motion so that you don't have to move your arms as fast to hit the quicker oscillations of patterns. And then there's no cheesing this. This is just hard chords.
Pure raw dogging. Yeah, most community members rely on rake strumming as a malfunction of the strum switches. themselves.
Yeah, it's really a hardware flaw that we've exploited to a ridiculous extent.
Yeah, certain guitars can generate a second or third or even fourth strum with one finger flick, but the guitar that Frif is using right now is an inconsistent 1-1, which means sometimes it will duplicate the input, but it's not super consistent. So the two-finger raking is the method to get the notes hit consistently. In this community, it was kind of seen as necessary to allow the game to survive, just like how
Necessary
Clone Hero was made.
That was beast.
Once again.
Woo! Nice.
Awesome choke.
Awesome choke.
Most players and modern people like to try and play the chart as it was intended and make the visual gameplay look as clean as possible.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that Frif doesn't spam even though he absolutely could. He tries to play as clean as he possibly can. And if you watch the strike line on songs like this, that's really apparent. And every player is a different level of clean.
Yeah, and Frif is one of the cleanest to ever play the game. With the kind of stuff that he can hit and how he plays it so cleanly, it is incredibly impressive.
Extremely technical part.
Yeah, this is all speed strumming and burst strumming. And you have to be careful because those hammer-ons...
The break right there,
You can
really
just
well,
hit it
really
like
well
that.
executed break strum.
Very nice.
That
Nice.
Tony is shocked. Look at
Shocked
him.
indeed.
Disbelief.
That was beautiful.
This next song's intro is probably good donation reading time if you want.
Absolutely. Let's just start out with saying,
Let's the $12,000 to go.
Let's go.
Get 1,000 pipes in to the block. Let's go. We got $5 from DiGiorno saying it is awesome to see Clone Hero back at GDQ. Best of luck to you, Frif. All hail the purple square. What is going on? Thank you for that donation, by the way. $100 from Mattjj999 saying, so great to see Frif. It's back for another GDQ, showcasing his mind-blowing skill. What a legend. How y'all feel about that?
This is a great song to point out that a big factor in difficulty in this game you would think would be length, but that's only true to a certain extent because this song is only 2 minutes, and if it was done right now,
It would be the best accomplishment.
It
Yeah.
would be close to, if not the best accomplishment. And the current
In
best
CH.
accomplishment in Clone Hero is an 18-minute gauntlet of songs that Frif did while we were living in hotels. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I want to shout out this song. You have to use your thumb for tapping.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
right thumb. Which
Like
is
right
something-
here, which is normally just only used for strumming. It is unheard of almost to use your thumb to hit a fret button.
Ooh, I held the combo too.
Oh, nuts.
So we're coming up to the outro of this song.
Big shout out to Jrabes for all of these backgrounds, by the way. Thanks for doing that last minute.
What is going on?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I'm in awe.
What a goober.
What is that? What? My brain is too slow to comprehend any of this.
Oh my God.
1 million.
You got
1 million!
Woo!
Yes, 7
He hit
stars.
the H.
Oh my gosh.
H.
And 262.
262.
That is crazy.
incredibly low.
That is disgusting.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
This
Yeah.
is only 30,000 points off of world record score right now. So
Bad.
that is pretty good.
These patterns are also a good implication of what we were saying earlier, that you can break down multiple notes into just one motion, because you'll see he's just doing one slide on his right hand and a quint on his left to hit all of those, what we call ladders, with one motion, so that he can do them much, much faster and lead into dozens of them.
Those
Not
like
just that. Oh, sorry. But
Oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say those ascending triplets, like that's just pure speed. You
Yeah.
can't really
Oh,
cheese
yeah.
those.
that, I mean, there is a method you
I mean,
could.
yeah, I saw you do it, but you're
Yep.
not doing it, obviously.
Right.
A lot of
Yeah.
ascending patterns can be slid because the whole idea is that you're bringing your hand closer to the top or orange note on the fretboard. So when you're sliding ascendings, it's a lot more forgiving than when you're, say, sliding descending triplets or descending trills.
Here's another good time for donos if you want.
Thank you kindly. Got $25 from Nitro saying, I am so hyped right now. Frif is absolutely goated. I'm so excited to see them absolutely annihilate this showcase. You got this, dog. MC Courage 4K. Thank you so much.
No. That grind.
Yeah.
All right, can I hit 22 notes per second strums?
Yes.
Sure
Let's go. We're less than $10,000 away, everyone.
Holy
Twitch
cow.
chat, keep it going for Frif, for MSF, for Dragonforce. Let's go!
Solo 2 FC. Let's do it.
Don't jinx it now.
The teleports, man.
Oh.
There's nothing you can say about this other than just look at the screen.
In awe.
Jaw's on the floor right now. You can't see it. Like,
I got a mask on. You can't see my jaw on the floor,
Yeah.
but it's there.
that teleport was sick.
There's a reason no one else is close to this song.
Yeah. The patterns themselves it's definitely hard, but a huge difficulty factor for this song is the teleporting, the transitions between different patterns into strumming.
And just all the consistency within motions of slide tapping, all of that, it just so calculated. That's the
Perfect solo. Let's go.
Oh, I was hoping that would happen.
Goodness, man.
I've practiced this solo 3 times while I've been here at GDQ. Didn't miss it once.
We got ourselves KPC51 with a $50 donation saying, stoked to see Clone Hero back in the GDQ. Let's shred this incentive.
Great note streak at the
That
end.
run was insane.
This might be like a minus 20 or something.
2,600 note streak, by the way.
Shit.
2,683 to be exact.
Minus 32.
Ghost check, ghost check,
Ghost.
1,000?
That's
Okay.
not bad.
That's not bad.
That's okay.
not
That's
bad.
lower than
Sliding
anyone
you
else
did.
would get.
Yeah, the amount of sliding in there, nice.
My main goal with this showcase has been to try to make myself in 2020 look really bad at this game, and I hope I've done that so far.
You're doing great. Quick 1,000 notes.
Absolutely. This song uses a lot of the slide tapping we were talking about earlier as well. If you watch his hands, you'll notice that he's stretching his fingers up the fretboard to hit the 8.
Oh, that was still so
that is
clean.
insane.
That
is
still
so hard.
clean, man.
I don't know what to do there.
Nobody
Frif doesn't know what to do there. Nobody knows what to do there.
Everybody's just screwed.
Other than maybe Relentless.
There's a lot of talented players in this community,
Yeah.
as well as a lot of talented composers. This was composed by someone named Blackpawn. Shout out to them. They're really cool.
There hasn't been a good Guitar Hero game in over a decade. No disrespect to Guitar Hero Live. but the community's really taken this game and turned it into something completely their own.
Yeah, we have tons of tournaments. We have tons of. We'll make community track packs and set lists composed entirely of charts and songs people have made. It's a really nice, neat little place.
Yeah, it's entirely community driven, and it's a great community.
Imagine showing this to someone in 2006.
They would fall over dead. They would fall over dead. Their brain could not comprehend what they're witnessing.
That's a perfect example of that tapping I was talking about, and of course they hit it.
Holy cow.
$8,000 remaining for Fire and Flames, everybody. Let's carry on.
Oh, my
Let's
God.
carry
super
on.
low.
Get those
That is
donations in, everybody.
Again, you're just gonna see ghost note counts that no one else could replicate.
I obsess over like the
Oh,
count.
this is not Origins Callaghan, by the way.
I love Origins Callaghan.
Me
Let's
too.
listen to it again.
This is a song called Fallen Symphony by Ludicin. I just installed it wrong.
This chart also has a lot of what you're gonna see, which is called like note inflation, and that's that area in the beginning where there were tap notes immediately after the strum notes. all that requires you do is you hit the strum and then hold the anchor for the chord that's after it a little bit longer, so
Like
that the
little bit. Like
Yeah,
basically automatically hit.
like frames longer, so that it automatically hits the chord. It can
Things like that too.
Yeah, stuff like this. In some instances, it's inconsequential, but in a song you're gonna see later called Expurgation, that actually makes the song definitely a little bit more difficult because it pads out how long you have to press the frets.
Yeah, but generally speaking, this is just to make it look cooler.
Yeah, I ain't complaining.
We like to
does
see
look
the
cooler.
note counter
It looks
go
really
up.
cool.
We like to see the note counter go up.
Notes go burr.
We also got 760 creations with $50. So
760, baby.
And the homies commentating, much love.
Shout out to 760. They're a huge guitar modder in the community. Like we said earlier, a lot of this game is making sure your hardware feels nice and works properly. JP has done a lot of work trying to get good guitars to a lot of people.
Yeah, we would not be at the point today, hardware-wise, without JP and all of his efforts.
There are tons of modders we could shout out.
Yeah,
Like Katanamods, who made me this guitar for this event.
those are my boys.
Big ups to
Straight up.
Katana.
Those are my boys.
Thank you so much.
This section has a lot of 4-note chords, which are
These are very
just as
tough.
annoying as you think they are.
You only got 4 fingers to work with, so they're all being used up by 1 note.
Oh yeah, this section's insane because all these open notes, you're forced to take your hand off of the controller.
Yeah, the white open notes, you can't be fretting anything at all, so you can't just do these like you would normally, like how you would just roll up. You have to physically take your hand all the way off the controller, which makes it a lot more physically straining.
Yeah, this is an extremely technical chart. It's not a guitar anymore. It's a stick with buttons.
Yeah.
It's a stick with buttons.
calling
and
it
you just-
calling it Guitar Hero is kind of a disservice at this point.
Yeah.
This is
And
another
these are-
very
these-
technical section too.
Yeah, these are H chords, which are annoying to hit because you have to let go of the middle note in the pattern instead of just adding another one.
Not something you can cheese.
You have to fret before you strum so that the hammer-on gets hit first.
Echo strumming is actually harder in Clone Hero than it was.
Yeah.
Back in the game, it was introduced in Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah, it was free in that game.
Yeah.
And it's called solo strumming because that was the series that made it popular. A lot of people will probably recognize that name.
Yeah.
Shout out Acai Lord.
Real.
That's another person we would not be where we are today without.
Absolutely.
Acai Lord.
Absolutely, man.
Huge community member.
My lack of knowledge is showing.
Oh, missed right at the end.
What a run, man. Let's go.
6 stars once again.
2 million, pretty cool. It's funny to think that on the original Guitar Hero games, it wasn't really possible to even get 1 million. And
No, very few songs
sometimes
you
we're
get
getting
1 million points.
This next song is
this
a
song.
chord technicality nightmare.
Oh, I hit it!
You actually hit that.
I haven't hit that at all in practice. Let's go.
W.
The stage adrenaline.
This song is really funny because I'm the only person who has got 100% FC on it, and I didn't even upload it on its own video because back then I was trying to compete with a cheater. So my strat was to put full song FCs into my montages just without telling anyone, and this was one of those unfortunate songs that, while really difficult, did not get its own video.
It's absolutely crazy, though. It's definitely one of the best accomplishments done right now.
Probably
Because,
my 4th best.
Bruh.
like we said earlier, there's no cheesing these chord strums.
Oh my
you just
God.
have to fret them. And this song was made by Sydney600, who's another really talented composer in this community. I want to give a shout out to them because they've made a lot of banger songs just like Schmutz and Zeppy.
Facts.
There's a couple of composers that have definitely carried the community.
Sydney's been doing it since,
Since
for like
the
a
dawn of
decade,
time.
actually. I was going to say
Decade,
like
for
for
sure.
a decade.
Since the dawn of it.
Yeah. Through the dark ages.
And there are even people like the composing in this game goes as far as to like there are people who have used their customs for this game to get record deals and like sign on to legitimate record labels. So there's like actually a path to success for this game as well.
Shout out Mad Money.
That's insane.
Shout out Matt Money.
Yeah.
Tons of people have picked up this game and turned themselves into real, actual talented musicians too. Will, he's one that.
We'll mention Will a little bit later too if the Flames incentive gets met. But yeah, he was a really
he's very
good
significant
player.
in this community for
Shout out to
for
Will,
his-
bro.
for what he's done. Of
Yeah.
course.
Here comes the outro.
No. That was a good run, though.
That intro,
Yeah, very good.
That intro,
Minus
man.
12.
That's
Minus
really
12.
good. Not bad at all.
That is gross.
Oh my
right.
gosh.
We got
go,
two songs
Twitch, yeah.
left.
This next one is from this lovely game called Funky Friday. Shout out to the Roblox community.
Love Funky Friday, bro.
Hammer-ons in this game can and will eat your strum inputs. So
Yes.
sometimes you will strum and there will be a hammer-on and a strum immediately after it. And if you're strumming the hammer-on, you will not hit the strum note afterwards. So sometimes you'll see him strum a hammer-on, or sometimes you'll see him very, very meticulously make sure that his fret goes through before his strum for specific patterns in this song.
It's there for a reason.
Yeah, it's to make you hold the frets down longer so transitioning is harder.
Wow. Direct assault.
Nice.
See?
Love to see it.
It's not an exaggeration to say that if I got this right now, it would be my best accomplishment. And I've been going for it for like 10 months at this point, hovering at a -3 for like 5 months.
And think about it, -3 on what you're looking at right now.
And
it
all
was
of
a
those
one miss.
-3s are past this point in the song. I've FC'd to this point about 70 times and missed right afterwards. Because this next part, the end solo, so bad. One of the hardest sections that I've had to do in a full grind.
We'll just let it speak for itself.
There's just disgusting movements on your fingers.
Absolute minute.
Holy.
This is a crazy
technical.
note streak. That is absolutely insane.
Wow, that score! That is ridiculous.
$5,000 left, everybody.
$5,000.
In like late 2018, basically the game became like very hardware centered. And this is the type of thing that I've been waiting to see for years.
Just not
Yeah.
hardware
This is it,
centered
for
stuff.
sure.
This is it.
This is peak chording gameplay right here.
Me being able to quint is one thing, but also being able to see this is ridiculous.
Keep the push going.
We've got one song left, but it's a pretty long song, so.
It's like an 8-minute one by someone from the community named Tornith, a very cool person. Made this song and pretty much dipped from composing.
this is a good
it's so good.
example of how actually musically intricate Clone Hero composing can get, because this song sounds beautiful in places, especially if you're listening to headphones. And there's a lot of resources for if you want to start composing for this game as well. There's a huge community behind it that would be absolutely ecstatic to help you, because obviously we're going to want more songs to play on the video game.
Absolutely. Every song that we play is made by a community member for the most part. No, entirely. Every single chart that you play that isn't from the official games was made by a person.
Yeah.
Somebody that just likes the game and they wanted to play a certain song in the game.
And we are nowhere without community charters.
100%.
Seriously.
And on the same note, if you guys want to get into this game, or any other game for that matter, of the same genre, there's a couple of other games out there, like Yarg. That's a big
Shout
one
out
right
to
now.
Yarg, man.
Shout out to Yarg.
There are a few other games you can play that are similar to this. You don't have to play songs that are this crazy and intricate. There's plenty of much more easier songs. I certainly can't play songs like this, so I stay far away from this.
There's a lot of set lists that are catered to the lower difficulty players, and there's a lot of tutorials to make sure it's easy for you to pick up the game and play whatever skill set you want to play, because you don't have to play diverse. You can pick one skill set and stick with it and see how far you can push it as well.
Yeah, like literally this is the highest the difficulty gets. What you've been seeing this whole showcase.
This is as well-rounded as a player can really be.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
All
This is peak.
Yeah. As the kids say.
A lot of the songs in this community sound amazing. It's a joke in the community that if a song is good enough to get in like your Spotify playlist, that's how you know you've achieved.
Absolutely. There's a couple of them in mine.
Is this on streaming? I don't know if this is on streaming.
I don't know if this is. I know a couple songs are.
Yeah. There's actually a lot that's on streaming, but yeah.
This breakup here is a slow part, but if donations could be refrained, I'd like a bit of silence because this build-up is just magical. Shout out to Randy Ladyman, whose community has made this song a staple of this game pretty much. There we go.
Gorgeous.
Challenge
Yo.
complete!
Let's get it!
We have one
Y'all are gonna make me
last
play
song
Define
left on
Flames.
this set list.
A lot of respect is given based on how clean the FG looks visually and how fun it is to watch.
Not only is the player satisfied, but the audience is also satisfied.
Absolutely.
At the end of the
Let's
day,
hear
that's
it.
what matters.
Let's hear it. Let's get it. Steezy.
One-handing for the activation, of course.
Still on the no streak. Wanna
Something
point that
that's
out.
kind of funny. I'm not doing it on this computer because I don't want to have my like foot germs on the keyboard. I've made a standard in this community where like normally we get like foot pedals, but I haven't had one for a while. So I have just got used to raising my leg up and using like my pinky toe to press the space bar to activate
It's actually
star
great.
power.
It's funny to watch. So the hardware itself isn't the factor anymore. It's the bodies of the plastic.
Exactly. We don't have to really do any adapters anymore. You got a guitar sitting in your closet, get a Pi Pico, $20. That's
And you
it.
can turn it
Wire
into a
up.
great Clone Hero controller.
Yeah.
It's not like it seems entry level, but it's really all you need.
Top of the line, absolutely.
Now it's time for Through the Fire and the Flames.
Oh,
I'm so
boy.
excited.
The
Let's
flames.
go.
So excited.
The Flames, boy.
Yeah, through the fire.
At 100%, we have some things to talk about before you kick off Fire and Flames, though.
Sure,
That's
sure.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Mega
Thank
ping
you so
activation.
much.
Shout out to Mega
Shout
Ping.
out to Megan Ping. That was beast, by the way.
How many
Mine's
ghost
47. FC Pike 47, roller
many
coaster
ghost
track
notes?
repair.
866.
866.
God,
For a song that long, incredible.
Very nice.
disgusting.
All right, well, Through the Fire and Flames, let's go.
The one you all know. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Everyone in this streamer, we're here together. Stand up and sing along. Let's go. Come on.
Unlike the first showcase I did this, I'm gonna just try not to miss. No one-hand shenanigans.
And for reference, the fastest this song has been done is at 165% speed by the guy we mentioned earlier, Will, who is now in a band called Thousand Thoughts, which is a really good band, and he's been successful with that ever since moving on from Clone Hero. So shout out to him.
Shout out, Will.
Absolute homie.
Absolute monster. That's my boy.
FC Pandora's Box. I love hearing it.
I'm like weirdly emotional. This
Yeah,
is
this is like a dream come
It's a great moment for
This is
us as
great
a
moment.
community.
Yeah.
We've all heard this song hundreds of times, thousands of times.
Yeah.
But I've never heard it being sung by hundreds of people behind me.
Y'all have been an awesome crowd. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you've been great.
Remember, y'all, Frif can do this faster. Keep getting those donations
Nice.
in.
That's probably the hardest individual section in this song.
I gotta pop an ear out of this thing so I can hear you guys even better.
For real.
I feel like I'm at an orchestra hall. The sound reverb in here is great.
You hear this in Guitar Hero heaven.
This is what they play at the pearly gates.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
To the halfway
We're gonna
point.
film the widest moment ever.
One-handed.
This sounds insane.
It's like a theory.
You guys are singing to
I wish there was more singing in this song sooner.
Okay.
Nice flex, bro.
Had to do it.
Beautiful.
NFC.
Had to do it to him.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Frif.
Man, thank y'all so much for having me. This has been an incredible experience, and I hope that I was able to prove that 2020 me was just bad at this video game, you know?
And he was great back then.
He was still one of the best. So
Homie
All
FC's
right.
Machinations A.
Can you imagine the nerve?
Yeah, imagine the nerve.
If
man.
you
Who
are
said
at
that?
all interested in getting into this game, it's pretty nice and easy nowadays. You can join either the Plastic Instrument Central Discord, which I have linked on my Twitter and YouTube and that sort of thing, or just join the main Clone Hero one and make your way throughout the set list and practice on your own. Guitar modders can provide you with the guitars if you can't find them at Goodwill, and this game is just a ton of fun. So,
also, if you need even more help, you can join his personal server because we're always there to help you, and we're always happy to help people get set up with this game. Because really, we just want to grow this community as big as it can be. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't even know this was a thing, and now you're sitting here in awe, like, how do I do that?
Well, I think that about wraps it up for my bit, so thank y'all for having me. Thanks for being a great crowd. Huge shout out to AWiseMoose, Acai, and Zack. Best boyfriend I could ask for. Drove me here 16 hours straight. What a god. Hope y'all have a great rest of your GDQ.